you're, where are we? A 5x6, and Adrian, you're a 5x7, but that's only on my guessometer, so who cares? The important part is, as I always say, the first number is a 5, and you're all sounding really good. A couple of things. Yes, that's a bit of a worry that ICOM's after-sales service could be a little bit better than it is, but I'm sure that the warranty period with this thing will see me out. I don't envisage being around that long. Dear, a bit of a fatalist, unfortunately. It's been a wonderful day with DX today. I had some fun on 20 metres. Let's see, what have I got here? I've got Montana in the US, Marshall Islands, Rarotonga in the South Cook Islands. Oh, and I got my first ever Puerto Rico contact, which is good because last week I was all embarrassed because everybody else was able to get onto the Puerto Rico station and I was the one person he couldn't hear. So I waited on the end of a pile-up until I was about the second last person going, and my patience was rewarded. I normally try to avoid pile-ups like the plague. And my last contact was a nice extended QSO with somebody in Somerset, England. And I don't mind the 5-9 signal report, get lost, move on with the next one occasionally. They have their place, especially if there's a lot of people waiting for a contact, but I also like having a bit of a chat as well. So all that was really good today. And I still, I sat there with my radio still in the box. I only about 20 minutes ago opened the box for the first time. All I've managed to do is do a bit of band stacking to have my frequencies there. I've got to work on the getting the band scope to look the way I want it to look rather than the default setting. And I've got in the day by saying that he'd just gone and purchased a 101 MP hi-hi, which he did, because the first thing I did when I walked into the toy shop was ask, had Ross sold a 101 MP today, and the answer was no. But anyway,
Thomas, good to hear you again. So long since we've been speaking. Hi. I have VK3 full power over there. That's Richard. Good evening, Richard. Next in the list I have VK3 MDH, Mark up there in sunny Belgrave. Following Mark, I have VK3 Fox X-Ray, and that's Gary, isn't it? Greg, no, mental blank sets in. Don't worry, you'll get them when you're as old as me. I'll get your name if it doesn't come back to my memory bank shortly. Closely followed by Michael, VK3 CMC. Good evening, Michael. Mr. Radio Guy, VK3 MRG Marshall. And last but not least at this stage, we've got the Mayor of Poowong, VK3 NBI, and I won't say what he normally calls his call sign, but Bryce down there in Poowong. So anybody else wanting to join the Soup Kitchen net tonight, come in now with your call sign. This is VK3ACZ. VK3MKE. And good evening, Keith. Anybody else for the Soup Kitchen net? Okay, we'll make a start. Okay, the order is if everybody can grab their pencils or their chalk board. So what we do here in the Soup Kitchen is we hand it on to the next person in line. So you'll be handing it to Richard, VK3 Fox Papa. Anyway, come and join us, pull up a chair and have a say. VK3FTOM, VK3ACZ for the Soup Kitchen net.
Yeah, VK3ACZ, VK3FTOM. Well, Peter, I am running a legitimate 5 watts. I'm running an FT817. And I'm glad you can hear me because the antenna's nothing fancy here. It's just a mag mount, antenna sitting up on the guttering. Just a mag mount antenna sitting up on the guttering outside there, Peter. So nothing fancy here in terms of antennas. Anyway, glad everyone's keeping well, and it was good to see you down at the Hamfest. It was really, really good. Quite well.
Suburbs, Caroline Springs, Taylor's Lakes area. And good evening, of course, everyone else. Glad we have a nice group on once again. Not a great deal to report here from my side in regards to radio stuff, apart from the usual nets, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Sunday. My backyard looks like an absolute mess at the moment because I'm getting some concreting done here and stuff, and I actually changed the location of my antenna, but so far I can hear everyone. Looks like nothing has changed. I will give out signal reports in the next hour. I got a few already, but I'll wait until next round. So anyways, yeah, not a great deal to report. The weather's pretty shabby at the moment. It was okay during the day here, but yeah, it just started to rain here again. So anyways, I'm waffling. Over to you, Mark, VK3 MDH with the group, VK3 Fox Papa.
VK3 Fox Papa, VK3 MDH and the Sunday Soup Kitchen net, the King's Edition. Hope everyone's well. And you're right, Richard, this weather has turned shite again. Friday afternoon, I got home about, I think it was about 5:15, and I must have been an hour out the front doing some things, as the weather was so enjoyable to be outdoors. And now it's back to brass monkeys. Yes, I've just been playing a bit of FT8 over the weekend because just being indoors, quite a bit of that. And Friday I got down to Michael's for a little bit of time, as I got called out to a chemical spill while I was there, but managed to make it back to clean up my mess. But we got the new Go box.
See what happens. Mark was right. Yes, it's the King's Edition tonight. I don't know, and I'm not going to go anti-royal, although I could, but I'm overwhelmed with the amount of coverage of it. There seems to be no escape from it. The only thing that I'm reminded of in that was 2001 at the same time, when we know that all television channels and radio and all media was hijacked for at least the next 4 days. I hope not. Very pleased to hear about that I'm wanting a radio called the Unobtainium. That is such good news you have no idea, but because the urge might wear off, I'm so happy with the 818. I was aware that the 7300s had been on back order. In fact, I know that the toy shop has 53 of them. No, sorry, it's 56 on order. But kind of relieved to think that the 706 might be in the same boat. So all's good. Anyway, we'll start the second round. First signal reports. Everybody's a 9 except Mark, who's a 6. Bryce is a 3. And don't worry about that. That's just a silly guess meter's idea of things. Always remember, guys, it's the first number that's important, and you're all a 5. So good stuff. Back to you for the second round. Tom, have another say. VK3 FTOM, VK3 ACZ.